As a sneaker reseller, nothing's more crucial than knowing how to spot a fake. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to. So whether you're buying from a marketplace or other resellers, this video is gonna break down how to authenticate shoes so you don't get scammed. I'm also gonna throw in some other tips and tricks throughout this video to help you guys not get scammed, because there's other common scams that don't just involve sneakers. So thankfully, I never got scammed by them, but I know them and I don't want you guys to get scammed by them either. So the number one thing you have to identify when buying shoes is where you're buying it from, right? If you're buying it from a reputable place, you're buying it from Nike, Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, Hibbett, all these stores, the chances of getting scammed are slim to none, all right? I've never gotten a fake shoe from Nike, all right? That's just my personal experience. So keep that in mind. If you're buying from these actual reputable places, you're never really gonna get scammed because, again, they are the manufacturers. Now, another thing to keep in mind is return policies. Nike, Hibbett, these stores like these have 60-day free return policies. So even if you did buy a shoe and somehow it was fake, right? Like I got these from Nike, if somehow they were fake, I could still return it and they're not gonna ask any questions or anything. That's just how their return policies work. So keep that in mind. Now, in regards to fakes, where do you think you're gonna get fakes from? Probably a flea market, probably from a used section at a Goodwill, right? Maybe from a reseller who gives you a deal that sounds way too good to be true. Maybe from eBay, right? All these other things. If you think of it that way and there's no way to return them or to get them authenticated beforehand, I would hold your money before you decide to make a purchase like that. I would really think hard, all right? I want you guys to be really safe. Now, if you're not able to get authentication beforehand, which in this video I'm gonna show you guys how you can do this, I really don't recommend pulling the trigger. It's better to walk away from a super good deal with the potential to be super good to not get scammed at all, because you got to realize if you get scammed, you lose all that money. Like it is a 100% negative ROI. You lose all your money, you're at zero, okay? Don't let it happen. It's okay to lose even 10 bucks on a potential profit. I'd rather you not make money than lose all your money. But I'm gonna show you guys the platforms that I use to authenticate shoes completely free, which you guys can all do as well. I use Poison. I've bought and sold from them as well. I've sold on their platform. It's just like StockX and Goat, but they have an authentication feature on there, which is pretty sweet. So with that feature, you literally just take a few photos and then they'll authenticate the shoes and they'll tell you if they're good or not. So you can do this with shoes if you're doing local meetups, you're doing any of that stuff and you're just not sure. I mean, that is a really great way to do it, and it's completely free. Like, I highly recommend you guys do it because it's completely free and it's gonna know better than you and I do. Another thing is when you're in the resale game for a long enough time and you see a bunch of shoes, like I can tell if a shoe's gonna be fake or not just by seeing it and feeling it, at least 99% of the time, okay? That's just from my experience because I've been in the game so long. But also, I only buy from reputable sources. I'm only buying from Nike, from actual stores and distributors. I've never had an issue getting scammed because I don't buy from other resellers. I don't let it even be a potential. But if you're someone who likes that and you want to buy used shoes, and I get it, there's a market for that at sneaker cons and all that stuff. Just protect yourself, use an authentication system like that, and you're gonna basically save yourself a huge headache. So I'm trying to throw up on the screen here to show you guys what it would look like when you're taking the photos of things, and again, the whole walkthrough of it. I'll have you take a few photos. You know, you can see the different angles. So you'll take the shoe, size tag, color, usually the box as well if you have it all. Anything that you can take a photo of, do it, and then submit it, and then you'll get a response back, and it'll tell you, again, if they're legit or not. Again, obviously these are legit because I got them from Nike, but that's just pretty much how it works. Those aren't the only common scams. Again, you could buy fake shoes. There's people that sell fake shoes. They do it openly, all right? That is something that is very common and it does happen, and you shouldn't buy fake shoes. I'll cover that as well in a different video why you shouldn't, in my opinion. But with that being said, there's other scams as well that you need to be aware of. Number one is selling on platforms that you're not familiar with. If you're a new account on a different platform, these scammers will target your account because they know you're new, you're inexperienced, and they try to get you. It's kind of like the grandma scam, right? The grandma just doesn't know technology, so they get a phone call thinking that it's someone else, it's their son, but really it's someone else, and they send money to the wrong person and they get scammed. Now, it's not quite like that with shoes, but here's the example. If you're selling a shoe like these on eBay, let's say, or something like this on eBay, Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, there might be people that'll try to get you off the app. So what I mean by that is eBay, specifically, if you're on eBay, people will target you for being a new account, like I said earlier, and they will say, hey, I want to buy this shoe. Can you shoot me a text or an email? And they'll give you their phone number or an email. It is always a scam. Don't take your product off of any of those platforms, because if you do that, you lose all of your protection. Right now you're just selling as an open marketplace, and not even a marketplace, just an open waters, and you have no protection at all, nothing, all right? And these guys will try to scam you, whether it's just having you pay for a shoe, shipping it to them, they'll charge back on you, whatever it is, you have no protection. So when everyone asks you to get off the platform, it's an automatic red flag. The difference might be if it's someone's experienced, right? If someone, is a wholesaler or something like that, and they're a big sneaker plug, and you have, someone's vouched for you, and they say, hey, you're texting them on Instagram, they give you a number, that might be different, all right? But I'm talking specifically on platforms. If someone messages you to get off eBay, just don't do it. Block them, whatever. Once you get past a certain point, 10, 20, 15 sales, whatever, somewhere around there, you won't get these messages anymore. People won't scam you. You won't get fake bids. This happens all the time, but people will bid on your listing and they'll win the listing. If you do an auction, they'll win it, but they never pay it. And what happens is you still have the shipping info, and I see a lot of people ship out the shoes without getting paid for it because they don't know, because eBay doesn't really make it clear, and you end up getting scammed. So those are like the two most common scams that I see, is people selling fakes and then people doing that as well, which I don't even know if those are automated or if those are people or not, but it's still a scam. They're trying to get you off the platform. And it's never happened to me, but I know it's a scam, and that's why, and I want you guys to be aware of it too. So always, always, always rule of thumb, stay on the platform. There's really no reason to get off of it at all. Really, you don't get any gain. So just don't do it. But yeah, if you do those two things, you're not gonna have any issues getting scammed. There's a ton of fakes going around the market. It's just what it is. Anything that's hype, there's always gonna be fakes of it. Think luxury, think designer, whatever it is, there's always gonna be a thing like that. So just keep that in mind. I have a link down below to sign up for Poison as well if you guys want, or just download it in the App Store. It literally doesn't matter. Either way works, but that's what I recommend for authentication. There's other authentication services out there. I've used a few. Most of them are paid though. This is free and it's a marketplace. Like, it's just the best of both worlds. I sell on there. So if you guys found value in this video, make sure you like and subscribe down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.